Hard work used to buy a home. Now, it barely pays the rent. Something changed, and it wasn't you. Most of us heard the same advice growing up. Buy a house, build a life, you'll be fine. Your parents did it, on one income, with kids, and still had savings. So why doesn't it work anymore? Today, many people can't even afford rent. Buying a home feels impossible. Even with a full-time job, you might think, maybe it's just my city, or maybe it's just my country. It's not. This problem is almost everywhere. So what actually happened? When did homes stop being homes and start becoming something else? In this video, we'll explain in the simplest way possible why housing became so expensive, who benefits from it, and why hard work alone is no longer enough. To understand today, we need to go back to when houses were just places to live. A long time ago, a house was just a house. It was a place to sleep, to eat dinner, to raise kids. Not a flex, not an investment, just home. Back then, buying a home was normal. In the 1960s and 70s, most homes cost 2 to 3 times a person's yearly salary. That meant something simple. One regular job was enough. No side hustles, no viral income tricks, no roommates forever. You didn't need to be rich. Jobs paid better compared to prices. Homes were smaller. Cities were planned for families. Governments even helped. In the United States, programs like the GI Bill helped millions buy homes after World War II. Buying a house was part of the plan. The system expected people to own homes. But slowly, something changed. Homes didn't change first. The meaning did. People noticed house prices going up. And instead of asking, why is this happening? They thought, this is good. A house stopped being just a place to live. Homes became something else. Something you buy, hold, and sell later. The goal wasn't living better. It was earning more. Bigger houses, luxury upgrades, higher prices. Small starter homes, they slowly disappeared. When homes turned into investments, everything changed. At first, it didn't feel like a problem. Prices rising felt normal, even exciting. But then something strange happened. Prices kept going up, even when fewer people could buy. So why didn't prices fall when buyers disappeared? Normally, prices fall when nobody buys. Phones do, cars do, almost everything does. But homes don't. Even when buyers disappear, house prices keep rising. Housing plays by different rules. Imagine a city like a board game. Some squares are for homes, some for shops, some for parks. Now imagine the city grows, but the map doesn't change. More people, same number of homes, less space, same demand. Many cities ban small homes or apartments in large areas. Only big houses are allowed. That means fewer homes get built. And fewer homes means higher prices. Sometimes, the rules create the shortage. Now meet the landowner. They buy land, but they don't build, they wait. Because when prices rise, doing nothing earns more money. This is called land hoarding. In housing, waiting can be more profitable than working. Building is slow, permits take years, costs keep changing. So when builders finally build, they choose big homes, luxury homes. Same effort, more profit. Starter homes? Not worth it. The system rewards expensive homes. Some homes aren't even lived in. They're bought, locked, and left empty. Not for living, for waiting. People call these ghost homes. A home can be missing even when it exists. So homes became scarce. Prices stayed high. But then, something bigger happened. Regular people weren't just competing with other families anymore. They were competing with giants. What if your landlord isn't a person at all? Remember when landlords were just people? Maybe a retired couple? Maybe someone with one extra home. That still exists. But today, many landlords aren't people at all. They're companies. Your landlord might not have a face. Big investment firms started buying homes. Thousands of them. Sometimes entire neighborhoods. Not to live in, not to raise families, to rent and collect. Some companies now own tens of thousands of houses. Regular families can't compete with that. When a family buys a home, they stop. When a company buys homes, they don't. They keep buying, even when prices are high, even when rates rise. Because rent pays every month. High prices don't scare investors, so prices rise. People can't buy, they rent instead. That makes renting more valuable, which makes homes more valuable. And the cycle feeds itself. More renting, more buying by investors, higher prices. The system rewards the cycle. Then there's short-term rentals, homes used like hotels. Great for tourists, bad for locals. Every home turned into a rental is one less home for someone who actually lives there. A city can run out of homes without running out of buildings. And when people complain, they're told the same thing. Work harder, save more, move somewhere cheaper. But here's the truth. Even when people do everything right, the finish line keeps moving. This isn't about effort anymore. So this is where we are. Homes cost more, rent costs more, wages lag behind, and an entire generation feels stuck. The question now is simple. Is this the future, or can it change? Let's talk about what happens next. So why can't people afford homes anymore? It's not because people became lazy. It's not because they stopped trying. It's because the system changed. Homes stopped being places to live. They became tools to make money. And when the system changes, effort alone isn't enough. This is why working full-time still isn't enough. Why saving feels pointless. Why renting feels permanent. Not because people failed, but because the rules reward ownership, scale, and waiting, not work. The game favors those who already own. Can this change? Yes, but not easily. It would require more homes being built, fewer homes treated like stocks, and rules that favor living, not hoarding. That takes time and pressure. Change doesn't start quietly. Until then, renting may become the default, not for a few years, but for a lifetime. For millions of people who did everything right. That's not a personal failure. It's a structural one. So now we want to hear from you. Do you think our generation will ever be able to afford a home? Or is renting the new normal? Leave your thoughts below. And if you want more videos that explain the money world in simple ways, subscribe.